Hey everybody, Jared Jones. Today we're talking about part 2 of building your Casa de You, your dream home. Having it all the way you want, built the way you want, on the lot that you want. And we're gonna add on to the back of that conversation, how can you get 0 utilities and the dream backyard with the pool that you want, in the screened enclosure, the whole thing from day one. Because you need the right plan to do all these things. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I would recommend you do it to make sure you don't make any mistakes and how you position all these specific details, yet you don't have to go borrow more loans. You get that first loan to build the house, low cost, low interest to build the whole thing. You want all that wrapped in it. You don't have to build the house and then say,
well, I own my home now, and I'm now going to figure out, when should I put the pool in? How do I get financing for all that?
Today, I'm going to answer all those questions and more. Let's get started. All right, custom home building part 2. I'm excited. I think that there's a lot of great tract builders in Florida, but do you really want to live in a tract home in Florida? No, no one does. They just actually think that custom home building is such a lofty process. It's so tough to reach. It's so murky that they just can't reach it. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can get the whole thing done the way you want, and you do not have to be a Rockefeller or a Marizalde or a Popendiker to get it. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You can get your home of your dreams just like everybody else. And you don't have to buy it from any of these large scale builders that are going to put you into a sardine can neighborhood right up next to your neighbors. So the pool, you live in Florida. I can't tell you of a better resale item than having an in-ground pool on your home. And I would tell you that if you are gonna live in your home for several years, go ahead, put the pool in. Someone's gonna wanna buy it from you. They're gonna pay big bucks, especially if you start getting into custom homes where it's more of a luxury grade build or middle range of the market, where people that have a lot of disposable income are buying that home from you. Those people are gonna want the swimming pool, okay? But let's think of it this way. Is it smarter to put the pool on right up front? There's 100 reasons why it's smarter. Think about it. There's no driveway in front of the house yet. They're just finishing the house. They're not going to destroy a driveway by driving over it. Think about how they're going to put the sod in. They're going to finish the landscape so they can get the final occupancy certificate. You don't want to drive and tear up the whole side yard and all this stuff, including the backyard, to put the pool in. You want the pool to go down and then have the landscape go in, so you're not re-landscaping your home twice. Also, think about the fact that you can manage the cost of the pool install because the home is not complete. Electricians, when they wire a house for electric, they put it in when the framing is done. They don't wait till the drywall goes on, then try to run the electrical behind the wire. Same thing with a pool. When you have the house open and you have everything open like that, you can run the power, you can run the plumbing with much greater ease than when the home is finished. And that should lead to a savings that a person that's putting a home on after move-in does not experience. So it just makes great sense. Most people would say to me,
Jared, no brainer. I want the pool. Put it on right away. How can you do it?
So how do you get the pool put in? Simple. You just do it. It needs to be in the plan from the beginning. And here's what I'm saying. There's really 2 major participants in how you're going to get the home of your dreams. Number 1, a lender doing construction to perm loans. So the loan is a construction to permanent loan type. It means you're going to get it up front and you're going to go all the way through the building process. It's going to pay the builder to build your house. It'll pay the pool builder to build your pool. And then it will cycle over to what's called a permanent loan, which becomes the 30-year tool or 20 or 15-year tool that you will use to pay off the house. And if it's planned in up front, the pool can be paid right into the construction to perm loan. Now, construction to perm loans, each lender is going to be different. Many types of lenders are going to do different types of variations of that, where some might require 10% down, some might require 20% down, some might even be doing it for 5%, but 10, 20% down is most common for what you'll need to build your own home. They can wrap the land in that as well. Obviously, if you watched our last video, you probably end up purchasing the land in cash up front. They can wrap that loan in on the purchase of the land, have it all be one piece. So one of the crazes now is a 0 utility cost home. Now listen, I can't guarantee you that you're gonna have a 0 utility cost. I do know that when we're talking about building these types of homes in Florida, you're considering the fact that you are digging a well, you're using electric to pull the water out of the ground to supply the needs of your home, and then you're using a septic system, which is an on-site receptacle for human waste. Come on, man.
What are we talking about? Come on, man.
Chefs with the gas. Chefs that need gas propane to cook. Most folks in Florida have electric power and electric cooking. So even the stove is powered that way. The air conditioning. A lot of folks from different parts of the country, they have a lot of gas elements. In Florida, it's all electric. We have a ton of sunlight. Sunlight in Florida, it's generous. So you can power your home. So particularly if you are getting electric cars, particularly if you have a swimming pool, even if you have an amazing low E everything built into your home, which you should, icing insulation, which you should consider adding to your new construction so that your house is super energy efficient, so that you can eliminate the need for high cost of utility. Now here's the deal. In this video, we talk about buying the land, buying the house, putting the recreational add-ons like the pool onto the property, but then having the solar put on. How does that happen? So the thing that I would tell you about solar is I do not like the idea of adding solar day one. Why? Well, solar systems vary based on how much power put out that you need. So how can you determine how much power output you need before you actually move into the house? And the reality is you could figure it out. You could do some back of napkin ideals, but that is not a smart way to do it, okay? Because here's the reality. Once you live in the home, you start charging your car, you start using the pool, you get through a year of usage, you're gonna know exactly what the house needs, okay? And then after that, you can look at the options to add on solar, okay? And here's what I'm saying too. Up until now, the government and lending institutions love solar. They're throwing all kinds of incentives on it. They're making it very easy to borrow the money for it. And so they're giving tax credits unless they've expired as you're watching this video. But the reality is, it's just not hard to get solar and get solar finance onto your house just by signing and driving. It's not a hard pre-qualification process. So like if you were gonna go add a pool to your house, there's gotta be appraisals, it's high cost, you've gotta do a bunch of research, your credit score, your income, all that stuff still has to be intact. Whereas getting solar added to your house, they don't care how much your house is worth. They do very little research on you as a borrower, and it's an easy process. So get it added later, but do it. If you do want zero utility cost, you can get dang close. Basically, you can get down to zero if you try, or get very close. And so that's something that I would recommend. By the way, if you are already in your home and you want a great solar vendor, please contact me. I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. If you are also looking at building your house, if you're looking at getting your own piece of dirt, then getting a plan for that, picking the right contractor, we have a great list of preferred folks that have awesome reputations in the market here that we'd love to pair you up and set a plan in place that benefits you. We're your representative. We will be on your side to make sure that you're protected, that your interests are protected from day one, and that the outcome you seek is there at the very end. Now listen, in the comments below, tell us about your ideal home. What does your dream home look like? What do you want? What's special to you? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon for more updates. We'll talk to you real soon. Buying or selling a home in Central Florida is expensive. The Jones Group leverages the latest technology and passes the savings on to you. List your home for just 1%. Buying a home, get $7,000 cash rebate before close. Make one call, that's all. Better service, lower fees.